Yeah, I had to log off and log back on. So just welcome. If you're new here to my channel, I'm Yolanda, and I talk all things health and wellness for women over 40 who are in menopause, in perimenopause, and who are on their health transformation journey. Initially, I was supposed to be recording a video, but I just decided to go live because I let time get away from me and I needed to get this video out. So why not go live? Um, I am just sharing my 1 year GLP-1, sharing my 1 year GLP-1 journey. And as you come in, you can let me know. Hopefully I can see y'all because, honey, I don't go live on here very much, as you can tell. So feel free to let me know if you can see, if you can hear me, and all the things. Um, so I just wanted to share. Hey, Amber. Cool, 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 cool. Hey, congratulations on being down 20 pounds. That is awesome. That is so awesome. And thank you for joining. I ain't gonna be before y'all long. Hey, Annie, welcome to my live broadcast. I think I need to do this more often. Um, so thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I won't be before you long, that is for sure, because it's hot outside. As y'all can see, I'm starting to glisten. But I did want to come in and just talk about, just share my 1 year update of being on GLP-1s. Now, I took my first shot July 24th of 2024 last year. And I took my last shot on May the 9th of 2025. So I'd given myself a year to be on it. Oh, thank you so much, Amber. I appreciate that, honey. I appreciate that. So when I started, I made a commitment to myself that I was not going to be on the medication forever. I know that there was a lot of talk about once you start taking GLP-1s, you got to be on it forever. But I figured that couldn't be true. So I did my own research and understood and learned that it's all about lifestyle modification and doing the work on yourself so that you don't become psychologically dependent on the medication. And so I was able to actually lose 82 pounds between July 2024 and March of 2025. My starting weight was 246 pounds, and my weight back then in March, or not March, yeah, in March was, I got down to 164 pounds. Right now, I've been off the medication since May, August the 9th, it'll be 90 days. And I am 170 pounds. So I've gained like 5 pounds, but it's all muscle. Like it's all muscle. And so I just wanted to give you guys an update on how I kind of, my process of going through, utilizing the GLP-1s. I did microdosing. I didn't have like a coach or anything like that. Like many of you, doctor or the nurse gave me the medication and was like, bye. And so I had to kind of come up with my own strategy. And so I did microdosing. So I started out doing the first 6 weeks, I did weekly shots, and then I transitioned to bi-weekly shots, and then I went to monthly, and then that was kind of it. And I didn't experience any real bad side effects or anything like that. I know somebody commented about stomach paralysis or something like that. I ain't had it. If I would have had that, I wouldn't have no YouTube channel because I wouldn't have been doing this. So I didn't have like stomach paralysis or anything like that. I got nauseous. I dealt with nausea like the first few weeks. Maybe like the first 2 to 3 weeks I had nausea, but it wasn't really bad or anything like that. Once I learned about how to nourish my body, making sure that I ate a lot of protein and stuff like that, I didn't really deal with nausea. I didn't really have a lot of side effects. It didn't interrupt my sleep. I didn't lose like my hair or any of that kind of stuff. I did lose my yams back there. Yeah, no side effects, but motivation and positive mindset. True. Yeah. I didn't really listen to a lot of the negativity because there's a lot of negativity around GLP-1s. And because I did not have like a coach or anything like that, when I started to lose like really quickly. And that first month, I think the first week I lost like 6 pounds. The second week I lost 7 pounds. And I was like, what is going on? But I was already working out prior to that. I gained a lot of my weight. All of my weight came from menopause. Like I had no, like I wasn't prepared. And so I was already doing like working out and trying to eat clean and stuff like that. I just didn't understand my hormones and all those things. So I did lose my yams, but they coming back because I'm in the gym 5-6 days a week. And so I did not, again, I didn't have any really bad side effects, thank God. What I did notice was that I had to focus on really just understanding food and understanding my body. Y'all, that's really it. Like it is really like a hormone reset, and it's changing your behaviors. Weight loss is just about changing your behaviors. It's not really about necessarily working out all the time or what you eat. And one thing I did learn is what you eat is important, but it's not as important as when you eat. So I give myself like a window, like a time window to eat between like 10 and 6 or 11 and 7. I don't eat bread anymore like I used to prior to the GLP-1s. While I was on GLP-1s, I did not eat bread like that. Like I just did not eat bread. Since I've been off of it, I don't eat, like I've had bread maybe twice in the last 3 months. I don't, now I have been drinking my ginger ales, like, but I can't drink a whole one. So I'll like take a sip and pour the rest of it out. So that was my Achilles heel prior to GLP-1s, was I couldn't stop the food noise, and it was mostly sugar cravings. So ginger ales, I was drinking them like a 6-pack of the little mini ginger ales. I was drinking them all the time, eating candy, I was just undisciplined with my eating. But when I started taking the GLP-1s, I was able to silence the food noise, and it gave me the clarity to be able to notice the patterns of when I would reach for salty foods the most, when I would reach for sugary foods, and obviously just doing the work on myself and asking questions before I eat. Like, girl, are you even hungry, or are you just bored? Are you mad? Are you sad? Like, if you bored, go do something instead of eat. If you mad, go lift weights, right? If you anxious, go for a walk. Like just finding other things to do, other things to manage my emotions or manage whatever state I was in with something other than food. And so there's this, so in my GLP-1 Jumpstart class, we talk a lot about its behavior modification. And so we talk about how these patterns are created in our lives, especially this unhealthy relationship that we have with food, especially in the Black culture, in the Black community. And so whatever your experience was with food, like if food was used as a reward system, hey, Max from Illinois, thank you so much for joining. Or if you saw, like if you use food, or if food in the house was used as comfort or as a way to gather everybody together, like whatever your experience has been, if you've used food as emotional comfort, if that's what your experience has been, then you've built in these paradigms that food is the answer. And so those thought processes and those paradigms, then they kind of dictate your actions, your emotions, and then your emotions dictate your actions, and your actions dictate your results. And so you find yourself in this loop. Amber said the prayer walking you suggested has been a blessing. Girl, I'm telling you, listen, those walks in the morning will save your life, for real, for sure. So I'm glad they've been working out. Giordana Moore, hey, how are you doing? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. So I'm just kind of giving like a 1 year kind of GLP-1 update. Talked about side effects. I didn't really have any, just nausea in the beginning, but I was able to curb that with my eating, just focusing more on protein and stuff. Weightlifting, obviously, I've been able to maintain by just staying on that same kind of, just building on the habits that I worked on while I was on the GLP-1s. I work out, I go to the gym 5-6 days a week. I walk every single day. I take me a morning walk. That's my prayer walk. And in the evenings after I eat my dinner, I go for a 45-minute walk. It helps with digestion. It helps to regulate my nervous system, helps to calm me down. Hey, Janice. Oh my goodness. Y'all, that's my classmate. Hey, Janice. How you doing? All right. And so, what I'm doing now, again, with the weightlifting and all of that, but I make sure that my environment, I'm very intentional about my environment, and not just my physical environment, but my mental environment. I'm very, very cautious, cognizant of the types of conversations that I engage in. I'm very cognizant of the things that I watch, the stuff that I listen to, places that I go to, people that I have in my environment, in my circle. I'm very much an iron sharpens iron kind of person. So I always want to be around people who are going to challenge me and make me grow. If you sitting around gossiping, I don't have time. I don't do that. My environment, when it comes to food and stuff like that, I make sure that my that I don't have snacks or things that are going to tempt me. And I learned that as while I was on the GLP-1s, because if it's not around me or in the refrigerator in the cabinet, I'm not finna go to the store and get it. So if it's not easily, like, readily available for me to get, then I'm not gonna do it. So I've been pretty good about that, just building discipline, my self-talk. If I do slip up and, like, just, I haven't done this, but I like cake. I like cakes and pies. And so if I do happen to slip up, I don't beat myself up. I can course correct really, really fast. Like, okay, now you done had that cake. That's your one time. I don't beat myself up because I ate something bad. I just course correct. Okay, Yolanda, enough is enough. I don't spiral out of control. What I learned is when we mess up, like when we feel like we failed, then we start to speak negatively to ourselves, and that sends us down the spiral around in this negative loop. And then you start to feel ashamed, you start to feel embarrassed, and it makes you want to give up and feel like, oh my goodness, well, I might as well, just go ahead and eat the whole thing. I don't do that. Like, I just don't do that. Throughout this process, I've learned how to get back in alignment with myself. I've learned how to be patient with myself while still holding myself accountable to things. I learned that when you don't keep your word to yourself, you teach yourself not to trust you. And so whenever you start, like, a program or anything, you tell your subconscious mind is already set on the fact that you're probably not going to finish it, because you haven't kept your word with yourself. You keep breaking trust with yourself. And so I had to do a lot of that kind of work during the process. And the fact that I ain't want to be fat, that keeps me in line, because I see where I am now. I'm on the other side of things, and who I've become now, I'm not going to do anything to jeopardize it. So I'm very intentional with me. And another way that I'm maintaining is just by helping other people. Like, it really does help me. I started a coaching program called GLP-1 Jumpstart, where I work with women through this process. And it's really just, again, behavior modification and just understanding who you are, and from a personality and behavior perspective. I do executive coaching, so I work with a lot of, like, personality assessments and things like that. And your behavior and your health is tied to how you're naturally wired. So if you are a person who has a very driven, results oriented kind of personality, where you need to see a quick return on your investment of time, anything that's long and drawn out, you're going to struggle with, because it's not moving fast enough. And on the other side of that, if you are a person that loves, like, interacting with people, and you're very sociable, then your workouts probably need to be in group settings. If you try to do things on your own at home or by yourself, then you're probably not going to stick to the routine, because you need that interaction. So just understanding, like, how you're naturally wired can help you really create a strategy for yourself that's going to, work. And also, understanding, because I am a Christian. Like, I'm a Christian for real. Like, this ain't just talk. I understood, like, in this process, the biggest lesson that I've learned, like, God has taught me, we don't talk, especially in the Black church, we talk about every sin except gluttony. Like, don't nobody want food with that plate. We'll talk about everything else, but when you go to talk about folks' plate and their food, we don't talk about that. But what God has shown me in this process is that there are so many opportunities that I couldn't take part in because I couldn't carry the weight of the assignment. Not just because of, like, physically I couldn't handle it, just because I was in a lot of pain. My back hurt all the time. I would be out of breath. I had a lot of headaches. I mean, I was just unhealthy, y'all. When you have pre-diabetes, I had high blood pressure, high cholesterol. I was depressed all the time. I didn't like how I looked. And so it impacted how my ability to show up in certain spaces. And God just told me, like, Yolanda, there are certain things you're asking for that I just can't give you because you can't, like, your body just can't carry the weight of the assignment. And we don't think about that. And so I talk a lot in my videos about weight loss being it's spiritual, you guys. It's not about the number on the scale. It's not, it's about really you being a good steward over your body. You practicing self-control when it comes to food, and food not being your God. Like, I used to feel like I need me a Coke and I need me some chocolate whenever I felt anxious or depressed or something. I felt like, oh, that'll soothe me. No, food became, that was my little God, right? Instead of me going to the Father, instead of me going to God with whatever I was feeling or whatever I was experiencing, I went to food. But I didn't know that that's what I was doing, right? Like, we don't know that. We look at food as comfort and things like that. And when we should really be going to God. And so that's one of the biggest things, that the biggest lessons that I've learned throughout this process, is that we create idols out of things unknowingly. How you do anything is how you do everything. I know you guys have heard that saying before, but we really never stop to pay attention to how we're doing things, how we're showing up, right? And because we don't notice these patterns that we've created in our lives. And we just on autopilot. Think about it. If you have to go into an office every single day, you probably drive to work the same way every single day. When you get dressed, you probably have the same routine that you do without even thinking about it, right? So if you drive to and from work the same way every single day, you've been doing it for weeks or what have you, and then one day you say, you know what, I need to go to a store on the other end of town. If you're not consciously thinking about the fact that you need to go to a store in the opposite direction, you're gonna get in your car and you're gonna drive home. And when you get home, you're gonna be like, man, I was supposed to go to the store. It's because we're on autopilot. And it's not just with things as simple as that. It's with in every area of our lives. And so this for me was a wake-up call to be more intentional with my life, not just with my body, but with my life. I mean, y'all, we lost Theo. Like, and I'm not trying to make light of this situation. I didn't know him, but we all knew him, right? Like, life happens so quickly, and we miss a lot of things. We miss a lot of opportunities. We miss God a lot just because we're just not focused, and we're not intentional with ourselves. And when you talk about food, like, food plays a huge, huge role in our lives, especially in Black culture, and it's okay to indulge every now and again, but food is for fuel. It's for fuel. Now, I'm not saying don't ever have a piece of a cookie, or don't ever have a piece of cake, or none of those things, but you shouldn't feel like you can't do without them. Like, it should never be that way. I guess, let's see. I want to make sure that I touched on, yeah, I touched on all the stuff with the terzepatide. So my GLP-1 that I used was terzepatide, and I started out on 7.5. No, I started on 5 milligrams. I titrated up to 7.5, and then I ended on 10 milligrams. So I was taking one shot of 10 milligrams a month when I did it. And again, I've been off almost 90 days. Food cravings, some of the cravings did come back, but not like with a vengeance or any of that kind of stuff. I have tools, I have strategies. I know my body now, so I know how to, how to silence the food noise. So I don't struggle with that, thank God. But it took a lot of work for me to get to this point. On my channel moving forward, I want to focus more on just wellness, overall wellness. And my channel is called Pivot Your Way to Health. And it's not just, physical health. I'm talking about mental health, emotional health, just overall wellness. And really the focus is on us healing and being whole. That's really what wellness is. And so, I won't be talking so much about GLP-1s because I don't really have nothing else to say because I don't take it anymore. But I really want to focus on nutrition and overall wellness and really just lifestyle. Just lifestyle. Now you ain't finna get no videos of me like riding in the car and going shopping and doing all. I ain't talking about that kind of lifestyle. I'm not talking about that kind of lifestyle stuff, but just more of just just maintaining health, just a healthy mindset, a healthy body, just building healthy relationships and things like that. So that's where I'm headed. And I just wanted to thank you all for rocking with me, for just being so kind and with your support and everything. It's not easy getting online and sharing your business with the world, honey, because folks can be mean and cruel and all the things, but I'm here for it. I'm like 85%, like 85, 90% saved. That other 10 to 15%, I don't know. So God is working with me, working with me on that. But if you all have any questions, I know that some of you all had asked about like workouts and stuff like that. So that's going to be the next phase. But I'm really going to focus on doing workouts at home with like resistance bands and things that are already available to you, because I'm 51 and I know a lot of people don't really want to go in the gym. The gym can be intimidating. And then a lot of times you don't really know what to do. Gym memberships can be expensive, and gyms, you may not have a gym close to you. Because I know for me, if the gym is too far, baby, I'm not going. If I got to drive too far to get to it, I'm not going. And so there are a lot of things that you can do at home to build muscle if you are not ready to fully, like immerse yourself in the gym. So I do want to, share some of that. But yeah, I will. There are new iterations of the GLP-1s that are coming out. And so I probably just give like information on that, just more GLP-1 education kind of stuff, but not a whole lot of just talking about what I eat. And I get these like requests to do what I eat in a day videos. Y'all, it is, baby, let me tell you something. I've tried to film those kind of videos. It takes too long. It takes too long. You have to situate the camera different ways and different angles, and I'm trying to eat. Like I'm trying to eat. And that's just a lot. For me. It's a lot for me. Cause I told y'all I ain't Tyler Perry. I can't research and write and direct and produce and star in a video. Like, come on now. So how did I start working out in the beginning? So, okay, let me give you some backstory. I'm a 2-time WNBA champion. Like, I'm a former professional athlete. So I've been working out like my whole entire life. And so when I went back into the gym, I just automatically went into athlete mode. So I did what I knew to do. But what I would say is, if you're just starting working out, get you 3 upper body workouts and 3 lower body workouts, meaning you can focus on your arms, your shoulders, your back. It could be like just what do you call them? Bicep curls, bench press or shoulder press, something like that. Your lower body workouts could be lunges, jump squats, or leg extensions, right? Like, don't complicate it. Just pick you 3 upper body workouts and 3 lower body workouts, and just do those. And if you want to, what I would suggest, especially if you're just starting out, like, get you 10 to 15 pounds. And you can get the actual resistance bands that are weighted. So they give you 15 pounds of resistance or 20 pounds of resistance, right? And a lot of those resistance bands, they come with little workout cards and stuff like that. And so what you can do is, like, just say if you're just starting out and you can, and the most weight that you can handle is like 10 to 15 pounds. You don't necessarily have to increase the weight, but you may want to increase the reps and the sets. So if you start out doing 3 sets of 10 with 15-pound weights, you may want to do that for 2 weeks, and then in the next week you may want to do 4 sets of 10, right? Okay, put the guns away. Girl, they stay loaded now. I mean, I can't help it. They stay ready. The guns stay ready. Okay. The guns stay ready. Yeah, so you can like start out with 3 sets of 10, and then the next week go up to 4 sets of 10. Like, you can, it's called progressive. There's something called progressive overload. You can either increase the weight at the same reps or increase the reps at the same weight, if that makes sense. So what do I usually eat in a day? So I'm big on turkey bacon or turkey sausage, either boiled egg or scrambled eggs for breakfast. If I eat a pancake, it's a certain kind that I buy. It's in the blue pack and it's called Krusties. One of a young lady that I used to follow that's a nutritionist, that's the one that she recommended. So none of that Aunt Jemima, all that stuff, I don't fool with that. But the one in the blue, it's like a blue box and a blue bag. It's called Krusties, and I use 100% maple syrup. It costs like $20 for a bottle this big, but that's the syrup that I use when I eat breakfast. I always eat some fruit for breakfast. So whether it's watermelon season now, so I eat watermelon. I eat like cherries. I love cherries. I like oranges and peaches and things like that. So for breakfast, it's turkey bacon or turkey sausage, either boiled egg or scrambled egg. And if I eat some rice, I'm from Mississippi, child. We eat rice for breakfast. So it'll be like a little cup of jasmine rice. That's the only rice I eat, either jasmine rice or basmati rice. During the day, I'm usually snacking on fruit. And I may eat like some Greek yogurt, but I don't really snack like that. For dinner, I could eat salmon 4 or 5 times a day. 4 or 5 times, 4 or 5 times a week. So I'll eat salmon for dinner. Like today we had salmon, broccoli, jasmine rice, and the different bell peppers. So like the red, yellow, orange, and green bell peppers. I love eating those. I'll eat those now I will snack on some peppers. Just cut them up, wash them, and just eat those. I love the bell peppers. But I don't do a lot of snacking anymore. I used to, but I don't anymore do a lot of snacking. Joan or Joanne, I hope that answered your question. And finally getting back to, I'm going to start snacking on fruit more. Yeah. This is what I would recommend. Like, you're so welcome, Joan. This is what I would recommend, you guys. Like, and Anita is on here. So Anita is my friend. She and I we had the same snack of choice, those little Hershey Kisses. I used to buy the shareable bag and think that I could just eat 1 or 2, child. 30 minutes, the whole bag is gone. Like the whole bag is gone. Hey, Dusty. So what I would suggest doing is if you like cashews or pecans, almonds are good for you, but they don't taste like nothing. I don't really like almonds. I tried eating a bag of almonds. They don't taste like nothing. Who is that? Somebody said fruit helps with constipation and steel cut oatmeal. Yeah, steel cut oatmeal is really good. I used to eat oatmeal and I would prefer eating it with like almond milk or what have you, but I don't even drink milk anymore. So I don't even eat my oatmeal, and I like it. If I can't eat it the way that I want to eat it, like with the oatmeal, with the milk and the brown sugar and all that other stuff, then I don't even want it. So I don't even eat oatmeal. But oatmeal is really good for you. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So go and get you some fruit, get you some nuts and things like that that you eat. Don't get the any of that honey roasted peanuts and honey roasted cashews. Don't do that. Just get the regular lightly salted cashews. Now, if you can eat it with no salt on it, great. I can't. So I'll get like the lightly salted, the ones that salted with like sea salt. Um, get you like some cashews, some walnuts, some pecans, whatever kind of nuts you can, and make like your own little trail mix, minus the M&Ms, right? Like get you some nuts and some what do you call those? Some raisins. I like raisins. I don't know if they're good for you or not, but I just like them. And then just put you some fruits, get you some vegetables, like some raw vegetables, or lightly steam you some vegetables and put them in like the little snack Ziploc bags and take them with you. That way you don't have to worry about going to the vending machine at work. Because I know it's really easy to do that. Just go to the vending machine. Ain't nothing good in the vending machine at all. So, let's see. I think that's it for me. I talked about just, yeah, combating side effects. I really didn't have any. My starting weight, my ending weight. Oh, one thing I will suggest for those of you who are, just really wanting to track your progress, don't get a, y'all, where is Coco? Okay, Coco done came outside. Coco. Oh, there she is. Child, she a little bitty dog, but she thinks she a big girl, so she'll go, y'all see all them woods back there, trees? She'll be off in those woods, honey, and I'm not going back there to get her. And I don't want nothing to happen to her. Who is that skin? It's, girl, thank you, honey. That's what happened when you get your life together. When you get your body right and you get all them toxins out your body, it does wonders for your skin. Child, that menopause brain ain't no joke. So a scale, get you a body composition scale, right? I know in some of my videos, I've read some of the comments where you guys are talking about the what do you call it? The scale not moving. Baby, that number on the scale only tells part of the story. So I got a body composition scale. It's in my Amazon storefront. It's by Renfo. It only cost me like $20, and it gives you like 13 data points. And it'll show you like your you order. Oh, cool. It's really good. I love it. It shows you your visceral fat. It shows you your subcutaneous fat. It shows you your like the muscle, like how much muscle. It gives you your body fat, how much water, your BMI. It gives you your metabolic age and all of those things. So you have something to, so you really see what's going on with your body. Somebody said, how am I feeling with the menopause journey? So the GLP-1s, when I was taking them, helped a lot, helped so much with the hot flashes that I was having. Because baby, my hot flashes was brutal. Like they was on assignment from the devil. Oh my God. The hot flashes were horrible. I don't really have them like that. Now I've been off of the again, I've been off the GLP-1s since May 9th. That's when I took my last shot. And the hot flashes did come back, but they're nothing like they were before. But also I noticed that sometimes the foods that you eat, like when I would drink sodas, I noticed that my hot flashes were worse. So when I don't drink caffeine, so I don't drink, like sodas and stuff, so they're not as brutal as they were. Did I have to start an HRT? No. And when I was found out that I was in menopause, I was like, I'm not doing that. The hormone replacement therapy, I just wasn't doing that. So I'm mindful about the foods that I eat, and I'm focusing a lot more on supplements. I did not while I was on the GLP-1s because I was eating a lot of vegetables and things like that. I did take liquid vitamin D, and I did there were these chewable supplements that were that supported GLP-1s, because I can't take a lot of pills. Like, when you buy the supplement packs and it's like 17 pills in one pack, I can't do it. I just can't do it. So I found the Gym Bites. They're called Daily Gym, and they are for GLP-1 support, and they're chewables. They're plant-based whole food supplements. So I like those. The only thing about them now, is that when you chew it, the texture, like the aftertaste, you know how when you sweep the floor and you had them little pieces of trash that you can't hardly get on the what do you call it, the dustpan, so you got to constantly slide the dustpan back, like that's what that feel like in my mouth, like just little pieces of trash. It doesn't taste bad or anything like that. It's just that lingering taste because it's whole foods, y'all. So I've got to get supplements, just focusing on my supplements. And I take those. I it's just, it's hard. It's hard. That aftertaste texture is really hard, but I just can't take the big supplement pills. I just cannot do that. It's too many of them, and then they be too big. So I can't do that. So that's my focus now, is really just getting my supplement regimen just down, just streamline it, and just focusing on nutrition and continuing to build muscle. I'm not trying to look like a bodybuilder or anything like that. So I don't, even though I lift like 5 to 6 times a week, I'm in the gym. I'm not lifting super heavy right now. I'm not in there like, lifting 50-pound weights. I'm not doing that. But I do lift as heavy as I can handle it, but I'm not in there doing eight sets of nothing. Okay. I just want to maintain what I have, continue to be toned, working a lot on my core. And that's really it. So I had a really good experience with the GLP-1s. I know that some people take them for maintenance. I don't know what a maintenance protocol is, and I'll do some more research and see why that would be. But I do know that some people who are diabetic and things like that, that they kind of stay on it longer. But that was just my preference. I didn't stop taking it because anything happened. I just went in saying I'm not going to be on it for more than a year. And so I took my last shot in May, and I've been doing okay. So if you all have any other questions, you can leave them. I'm about to get off because we've been on here for almost 40 minutes. And I appreciate you all for watching, for tuning in. Am I experiencing food noise? No, I would have to say no. Like, my cravings came back, but I don't have food on the brain all the time. Like, I'm not, like I've said before, I ain't out here trying to rob nobody for a sandwich. It ain't that deep. I can't lift as heavy as I used to. Yeah. Just do what you can. That's why I say use the resistance bands and body weight lifting, like body weight exercises, they matter. Like, they count too. So if you can just do like wall push-ups, if you can do just body weight squats and things like that, then just do what works for you. But the resistance bands, resistance tubes, I think would be really, really good for you. Also, there's some tools, like I've had some companies reach out to me to do some partnerships. So like I have this company that reached out to me with a like a bike, and they've actually sent it to me. I haven't put it together or anything like that. So I'll be sharing some of those things with you guys. I have a vibration plate that's really good that I use after my walks. It's really, I thought it was some, y'all, when I saw a vibration plate, I thought that was a gimmick. I need new knees. Baby, listen, I'm trying to find out where Meg Thee Stallion got her knees from, because I'm working with a torn meniscus right now. Somebody on here said I need new knees. Yeah, I have a torn meniscus. I just don't want to have surgery. But the vibration plate, that's what I was thinking about. So I have a vibration plate that I use. It's really good for lymphatic drainage. They're like different it helps with me for with stretching and stuff like that. So I use a vibration plate. I'm on it for like 10 minutes. I have it on the highest speed that it can go. After my walks, I do that. And I also have like a bouncer, like a trampoline that was sent to me. I'll be showing you guys that too. It's really good. Low impact workout. You can get a good little 10-minute, just doing jumping exercises on there. You ain't got to jump. Like, you ain't got to be Simone Biles or nobody like that. I ain't saying that. But it's really good. It has a handle You can do a lot of good exercises on it. It's good for your joints. It's good for like if you have arthritis and stuff like that, and you struggle with like just kind of working out and moving or walking for long periods of time. The bouncer is really good for that. And that vibration plate, y'all, I thought it was a gimmick. I ain't gonna even lie. Used to see the when I used to see the Rakita said, "Oh my God, you're so funny, honey." I'm just me. But when I used to see the vibration plate, I'm like, how can all they doing is shaking? Like, what is that? I mean, like, what is that? And then I was like, that must be something they had to come up with for old people, to make. But then my daughter had to remind, Mama, you old people to me. She's 17. Mama, you are old people. Boy, them kids will humble you real quick, won't they? Oh, let me tell y'all this. So my son, I was so proud of myself, like that I had my 6-pack, right? My son went walking with me the other morning, and I was like, simple. I was like, so the twins are Sydney and Steph. So I have a 32-year-old daughter. That's my oldest daughter. Then I have a 28-year-old daughter, and then the twins, a boy and a girl. They just turned 17. So he went walking with me, and I was like, Seth, like I got a 6-pack. He was like, that boy said, where? So I was showing him, like I had on a, whatever you call it. When I walk, I don't wear a shirt like this. I just had on like a sports bra, like a shorter like shirt. So I let the top part of my tights, I kind of let it down a little bit. And he said, "Oh, I see it." He said, "Well, what you gonna do about all that other stuff?" I was like, "What other stuff?" He was like, "You just gonna leave your stomach like that?" I was like, "What you talking about?" Y'all, he said, "All them lines on your stomach." He was talking about my stretch marks. That boy said, all them, all them lines on your stomach. I was like, "What? You talking about these stretch marks?" He said, "Yeah, you just gonna leave your stomach like that?" Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That boy said, "You just gonna leave," and the look on his face, he was like, "So you just gonna leave your stomach like that?" Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I could, cause he was so serious. He was like, "What you?" He was like, "What about all that other stuff?" He was like, "You just gonna leave it like that?" Oh my gosh. Ain't so wrong. That's from him. Listen, what? Oh my gosh, y'all. I was so tickled. I was too tickled to even be offended because he was so serious. He was like, "Oh yeah, I see it, but what's all that other stuff?" Lord, it be your own kids, Jesus. It be your own kids. But I had to explain to him, like, you see that line going across that C-section line? That was from you and your breech sister who had her feet turned the wrong way. So, anywho, y'all, we've been on here for like 43 minutes. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all for supporting. Y'all, we got like 13,000 people in our community. I meant to do a giveaway at 10,000, but child, it went by, so it came and went so fast, and I ain't complaining. So I want to do something just to show my support. I would love to do like a Zoom call, and we could get on Zoom, and like I can see your faces and meet you guys, like some of y'all or whatever. I know not all 13,000 of y'all, but just I don't know. I just would rather, it's okay to like talk, like I want to put faces with names. That's what I'm trying to say. I went all the way around the corner just to go across the street. My bad. To put faces and names together. So, anywho, again, I appreciate y'all for supporting. Thank y'all so much for joining me tonight. And let me know if you have any other questions. that I can help you with. And yeah, thumbs up the live, like and share, and do all the YouTube stuff, y'all. Just I'm trying to get the hang of this, and I'll try to do more live videos here as time permits. So you are so welcome, C Tucker ATL. What's that little thing they do? I'm so ATL. Hey. Okay, let me go. All right, y'all. I will see y'all next time.